Hello guys, this is Vishal Sharma. Welcome to the Unacademy Get ME YouTube channel, a one-step solution of the all mechanical engineering competitive examination. तो मैं आपके लिए आज एक स्पेशल सेशन लेके आया हूँ। तो कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? आई होप आप सभी अच्छे होंगे, अच्छे से पढ़ाई कर रहे होंगे और आपका रिवीजन भी बहुत अच्छे से चल रहा होगा. And this is about me, Vishal Sharma, having teaching experience of more than 4 years, qualified GATE examination and various state public services examination. I take the subjects thermodynamics, power plant engineering, IC engine, RSC, and energy related subjected of the mechanical engineering. You can use my referral code Vishal11 in order to get the maximum possible discount on the Unacademy Plus subscription. So my referral code is Vishal11 and this is our mechanical team जो आपको इस YouTube चैनल पर पढ़ाती है. Now let's see what are the benefits of the Unacademy Plus subscription. So these are the following benefits of the Unacademy Plus subscription. Daily live classes are there, crash course होता है, RIB बैच होता है, इंग्लिश और हिंदी दोनों में कंटेंट आपको प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं, डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन भी होता है और वीकली टेस्ट भी अवेलेबल होते हैं. इस तरीके से आपको बैच की फॉर्म में कोर्स अवेलेबल होता है, तो आपको किसी इंडिविजुअल सब्जेक्ट के लिए सर्च नहीं करना पड़ेगा. आप सिर्फ एक बैच में एनरोल हो जाइए और आपको पूरा का पूरा कोर्स मच बिफोर द एग्जामिनेशन कंप्लीट करवा जाएगा, ताकि आप टाइमली उन चीज़ों को रिवाइज कर पाएं. और हम उसमें आपको वीकली क्विज भी प्रोवाइड करेंगे, ताकि आपको पता चलेगा कि आपको चीज़ें किस तरीके से समझ में आ रही है. तो इस तरीके से अनअकैडमी पर आपको क्लासेस देखने को मिलेगी. देयर विल द डायरेक्ट इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन द फैकल्टी एंड द स्टूडेंट. तो ये क्लासेस का एक इंटरफेस है आपका. और जो फोर्थ क्लास होती है, इट विल बी एक्सक्लूसिवली डेडिकेटेड टू द डाउट सेशन. डाउट सेशन होता है वहां पर, लाइव पोल भी होता है और लीडर बोर्ड भी अवेलेबल होता है. नाउ गाइस, लेट्स बिगिन आवर सेशन. बेस्ट ऑफ लक गाइस. अब मैं यहाँ पर कुछ क्वेश्चंस लिखे करूंगा और उन क्वेश्चंस का आंसर आपको अपने कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख के देना है. ठीक है, ये आपका पर्सनल ओपिनियन होगा और इस पर्सनल ओपिनियन को आप मेरे पर्सनल ओपिनियन से कंपेयर कीजिएगा और आप उस आंसर में कुछ मॉडिफिकेशन करके कुछ यूनिकनेस लाने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आपका बेस्ट विशेस करूंगा कि आप जो भी एग्जामिनेशन दे उसको अच्छे से क्वालिफाई करें, क्रैक करें और इंटरव्यू के लिए आप क्या हो जाए, प्रेजेंट हो जाए और क्वालिफाई हो जाए. ठीक है, सो दिस इज माय बेस्ट विशेस फॉर यू. और इसी बेस्ट विशेस, इसी शुभकामनाओं के साथ मैं हमारे सेशन को शुरू करना चाहता हूँ. तो सबसे पहले whenever you go for the interview, the interviewer will ask you about yourself. ठीक है, I will start from the zero my dear. Okay, I will start from the zero. Now the first question will come, ask, that is, tell me about yourself. आपको अपने बारे में एक छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन तैयार करना चाहिए. वो आपको इंट्रोडक्शन देना है उस इंटरव्यू में. एंड द प्रोबेबिलिटी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विल बी, दे विल आस्क यू योर हॉबीज. They will ask you your hobbies. So after hobbies, they will ask you your favorite subject. They will ask you your favorite subject. Just common question, सब जगह ऐसा ही होता है. They will ask you your favorite subjects. Now, most of the student will tell them that my sir favorite subject is thermodynamics. Sir, my favorite subject is thermodynamics. They will ask you only thermodynamics, then you will be excited. No sir, not only thermodynamics. Sir, my favorite subject is refrigeration and air conditioning also. Okay, they will say again, only RAC. No sir, I know IC engine also. They will say only IC engine. You should at least go for 7 to 8 subjects now. Then you will start saying, sir, no, not only IC engine. I know power plant engineering, sir. Sir, I know heat transfer, sir. I know, sir. Fluid machine, sir. I, sir. और क्या होगा सर? और आप बताएंगे थ्योरी ऑफ मशीन सर, यू हैव टू से मिनिमम 5 नंबर ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स। आपको कम से कम, मैं बता रहा हूं, 5 सब्जेक्ट्स को प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा। एटलीस्ट 5 सब्जेक्ट यू शुड प्रिपेयर बिफोर गोइंग टू द इंटरव्यू। दिस इज द रियलिटी। If you are going for the mark interview, then you have to prepare for the at least 5 to 6 subjects. ठीक है? According to the PSU or the institution, you have to prepare that. If you are going for the interview in the SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, then they want that you should tell your favorite subject as production engineering, metal forming, strength of materials, machine design, material science. If you are going into the park, they will ask you the subject and they want to hear thermodynamics, IC engine, power plant engineering, heat transfer, fluid mechanics. If you are going for the ISRO interview, they want to hear refrigeration and air conditioning, thermodynamics, okay, gas power plant, like that. For the different PSUs, you have to prepare for the different subjects. In the today's class, our main focus will be on thermodynamics and its applications. Thermodynamics and its application. My dear, interview questions are very simple, and most of the interview questions are adopted from the first chapter of your book. The first chapter, in which introduction of the thermodynamics RAC or IC engine is given, from that first chapter only interview question will be asked, not from the entire thermodynamics book, that is the PGNR. Okay, from the first chapter of the introduction, basics of the thermodynamics, most of the question will be asked, and they will try to confuse you by giving the different examples. Okay, now let's begin with the thermodynamics. Let us suppose I am your interviewer and you are going here, you are going for the interview. Now the first question will be arises what? Sir, what is thermodynamics? What is thermodynamics? Thermodynamics का मतलब क्या है? What do you mean by thermodynamics? So then you will say the book is definition. The thermodynamics is the branch of science in which we will deal with the energy interaction and its impact on the properties of the system. No, they don't want to hear this definition. ये definition उनको सुनने का ही नहीं है. ये तो सभी सुनाते हैं. Then what you have to say? आपको क्या कहना है? Sir, thermodynamics एक साइंस है, थोड़ा घुमा के कहना है, जिसमें हम वन फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी को अदर फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, बट इन ए वेरी एफिशिएंट मैनर. तो जो मैं ये बोल रहा हूं एफिशिएंट मैनर, दिस एफिशिएंट मैनर वर्ड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. In thermodynamics, what we are going to do, we are going to transfer the one form of energy into the another form of the energy with an efficient manner. Then the next question will be arises, what is the difference between the thermodynamics and heat transfer? What is the difference between the thermodynamics and heat transfer? TD and heat transfer के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस है? TD and heat transfer के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस है? Then you have to give an example. Sir, thermodynamics is mother and heat transfer is daughter. Then they will say कैसे? Then they will say कैसे? Sir, thermodynamics में हम क्या करते हैं? एनर्जी का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पढ़ते हैं. सर, एनर्जी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दो टाइप का होता है, हीट एंड वर्क. थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में हम हीट का वर्क का हीट में ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पढ़ते हैं कि हाउ वी विल कन्वर्ट द हीट इनटू वर्क. in a very efficient manner. How the work will be converted into the heat? In a very efficient manner. Then what is the difference between the thermodynamics and heat transfer? So in heat transfer, we will not study the work. So if this is the Venn diagram of the thermodynamics, this will be the heat transfer. This will be the heat transfer. Heat is a part of thermodynamics. Heat is a part of thermodynamics. But my dear student, this is a basic simple answer of the question. जितना सिंपल आंसर होगा, जितना सिंपल आंसर होगा, उतने ज्यादा सिलेक्शन की प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी. मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट विल से सर थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में हीट का यूनिट होता है जूल, हीट ट्रांसफर में होता है जूल पर सेकंड. अरे उसने ये थोड़ी ना पूछा है कि यूनिट क्या होता है. he just want to know the difference between the heat transfer and the thermodynamics. You will say thermodynamics में पूरा हम हीट वर्क पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन हीट ट्रांसफर में हम सिर्फ हीट पढ़ते हैं. दिस इज द डिफरेंस. Thermodynamics is mother and heat transfer is daughter of the thermodynamics. Heat transfer is the daughter of the thermodynamics. Then he will say, okay, I am satisfied with this definition, but please elaborate this definition more. इसको और ज्यादा elaborate करो. Then now you will have a chance. You have a golden point. Yes, what is the golden point? Sir, in heat transfer, what will happen? Sir, in heat transfer, heat will be transferred from the higher temperature to the lower temperature. In heat transfer, heat will be transferred from the higher temperature to the lower temperature. To the lower temperature. This is simply heat transfer. This is simply heat transfer due to the temperature difference. Due to the temperature difference, we will study only the rate of heat transfer due to the temperature difference. कितना जल्दी heat transfer होगा, कितना slowly heat transfer होगा. टाइम के रिस्पेक्ट में जितना ज्यादा टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस उतना जल्दी हीट ट्रांसफर, जितना कम टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस उतना स्लोली हीट ट्रांसफर. तो आइसोथर्मल हीट ट्रांसफर में बहुत ज्यादा टाइम लगता है. अब यहां आओ, दिस इज द हीट ट्रांसफर. देन व्हाट विल यू डू इन द थर्मोडायनेमिक्स? सर, इन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स, व्हेन दिस हीट ट्रांसफर विल बी टेक्स प्लेस, जब ये हीट ट्रांसफर होगा, जब ये हीट ट्रांसफर होगा, तब हमारा खेल स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. तब हमारा खेल स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. Then you have to say, what you have to say? Sir, when this heat transfer will takes place, we will use an engine. We will use an engine. We will produce the useful work. We will produce the useful work. So when heat transfer will occur from the higher temperature to the lower temperature, we will produce the useful work in a very efficient manner. In a very efficient manner. So this is thermodynamics. This is thermodynamics. So thermodynamics में वर्क प्रोड्यूस होगा, हीट ट्रांसफर में वर्क प्रोड्यूस नहीं होगा. हीट ट्रांसफर में सिर्फ हम इतना ही देखेंगे कि कितना जल्दी हीट ट्रांसफर हुआ, कितना जल्दी हीट ट्रांसफर हुआ. लेकिन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में ड्यू टू द हीट ट्रांसफर हम क्या करेंगे? उससे वर्क प्रोड्यूस कर लेंगे, उससे वर्क प्रोड्यूस कर लेंगे. Then he will ask you, what is the difference between the heat and work? I am going step by step. What is the difference between the heat and work? A very simple definition. Sir, heat and work both are the energy transfer. The word transfer is very, very important. Because when these will be transferred, only you will have to interact with the system and the surrounding. आपको सिस्टम और सराउंडिंग के साथ इंटरेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, तभी ये आपका हीट और वर्क ट्रांसफर होगा. These are the boundary phenomena. But now my question is, what is the difference between the heat and work? Sir, the heat is a energy which flows due to the temperature difference. Remaining energies whose flow doesn't depend on the temperature difference. मतलब हीट को छोड़ के थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में जो कुछ भी एनर्जी बचा है, it will be work transfer. it will be work transfer. For example, for example, your turbine shaft is rotating, so that work will be known as shaft work. This shaft work will be a work transfer. When your pedal wheel is rotating, that will be also a work transfer, and it is known as a pedal wheel work. It is known as a pedal wheel work. Okay, pedal wheel work. When electrical energy will flow through the system, when electrical energy will flow through the system, electrons will flow through the system. That work will be known as electric work. That work will be known as electric work. When some working fluid, when some working fluid will flow through the system, that work which is required to maintain the flow known as a flow work. So there are the different varieties of the work transfer in the thermodynamics. Shaft work, pedal wheel work, electrical, flow work. All these work are termed as a work transfer. But the energy transfer due to the temperature difference is the heat transfer. Remaining types of energies are the work transfer. Remaining types of the energies are the work transfer. Now, they will ask you कि तुम्हें पता कैसे चलेगा कि एनर्जी ट्रांसफर हो रही है या नहीं. तुम्हें पता कैसे चलेगा कि एनर्जी ट्रांसफर हो रही है या नहीं. देन यू हैव टू से सर थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में हम किसी एक रीजन का स्टडी करते हैं, एक फिक्स्ड स्पेस का हम स्टडी करते हैं. दैट फिक्स्ड स्पेस इज नोन एज ए सिस्टम. दैट फिक्स्ड स्पेस इज नोन एज ए सिस्टम. और जहां तक आपको सिस्टम का इफेक्ट फील होता है, जहां तक आपको सिस्टम का इफेक्ट फील होता है, ओके, जहां तक आपको सिस्टम का इफेक्ट फील होता है, जहां तक आपको सिस्टम का इफेक्ट फील होता है, दैट थिंग इज नोन एज ए सराउंडिंग. दैट थिंग इज नोन एज ए सराउंडिंग. सो दिस इज सराउंडिंग. तो सिस्टम का इफेक्ट जहां तक होता है, दैट इज नोन एज ए सराउंडिंग. दैट इज नोन एज ए सराउंडिंग. और सिस्टम को सराउंडिंग से जो अलग करता है, दैट इज नोन एज ए बाउंड्री. दैट इज नोन एज ए बाउंड्री. दे विल आस्क यू वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. तुम्हें पता कैसे चलेगा हीट और वर्क का ट्रांसफर हो रहा है? देन यू हैव टू से we will check this energy transfer at the boundary. If energy will cross the boundary, then we will say the heat transfer or work transfer are occurring. Heat transfer हो रहा है या फिर work transfer हो रहा है. Then they will you ask, what is the universe? Then you will say, so system plus surrounding is universe. Yes, definitely. System plus surrounding is universe. System plus surrounding is universe. System plus surrounding is universe. A system can be formed by considering this one. See here. See here. A system can be formed by the considering this one. This is my system 1. And this is my system 2, which is the boundary. Which is the boundary. These are the two systems combined with each other. They will form a new system that will be known as the universe. That will be known as the universe. So universe is the combination of the two systems. System plus surrounding. System 1 plus system 2. System 1 plus system 2. Then he will ask you, give me the example of the universe. So then you have to say, sir, universe is an isolated system. Sir, universe is an isolated system, and the Example of the isolated system is perfectly insulated thermoflask. This perfectly insulated word is very important. Perfectly insulated thermoflask is an example of isolated system which can be treated as a universe. Which can be treated as a universe. Universe doesn't mean कि उसमें प्लूटो भी आ जाए, मार्स भी आ जाए, सन भी आ जाए. No, that universe is from the geography point of view. This universe is from the thermodynamics point of view. But now, he may ask you, वो आपसे पूछेंगे, I have a thermoflask. This is my thermoflask. This is my thermoflask. Okay, this is my thermoflask, which is perfectly insulated. Which is perfectly insulated. ध्यान से सुनो. Thermoflask, which is perfectly insulated. लेकिन इस थर्मोफ्लास्क को मैं ऐसे पकड़ लिया और ऐसे ऐसे हिलाया. This is a thermoflask which is perfectly insulated. No heat can enter into the thermoflask and no heat can leave the thermoflask. इस थर्मोफ्लास्क को मैं ऐसे पकड़ा, ऐसे ऐसे हिलाया, ऐसे ऐसे हिलाया. Then he will ask you, will the temperature of the working fluid which is inside the thermoflask rise or not? Temperature of working fluid will rise or not. What will happen to the temperature of the working fluid when you will shake the perfectly insulated thermoflask? There is no heat transfer occur. Then what will happen to the temperature of the working fluid? Sir, we will apply the first law of thermodynamics here. Karo apply. So del Q is equals to du plus del W. Del Q is 0. So this du plus del W will be equals to 0. Now, when you are shaking the thermoflask, you are doing work on the system. If you are doing work on the system, that work will be the negative work. So this du will be equals to del W. Which means the work done on the system will be changed in internal energy, will be converted into the internal energy, because no heat transfer will take place. So where the energy will be gone? The energy will be transferred in the form of the heat. Say yes or no? No. The energy will be transferred in the form of work. Say yes or no? Yes. Energy will be transferred in the form of work. If energy will be transferred in the form of the work and no heat is going out from the system, so this energy will be stored in the system and it will be converted into the internal energy, and it will increase the temperature of the working fluid which is inside the perfectly insulated container. So my dear, there will be negative. So this is the work done on the system which will be converted into the internal energy, and because of this temperature of the working fluid will be rises. So a perfectly insulated thermoflask will be an isolated system only when no work transfer will be occur. कोई भी वर्क ट्रांसफर नहीं होना चाहिए. But if work transfer is occurring, then that will be an closed system. Now, this type of system will be known as a closed system. It will be not more isolated system. It will be not more isolated system. Is it clear? Yes. Very good. Very good. Now he will ask you, oh, you have a great knowledge about the type of the system. You have a great knowledge. Then you will say, yes, sir. Then he will ask you a different question. He will ask you, you will have a pressure cooker. This is the pressure cooker. Okay, this is the pressure cooker. This is a pressure cooker. Okay, now he will ask you, when pressure cooker is placed on a stove, जब प्रेशर कुकर को स्टोव पे रख दिया जाता है and heat transfer will be occur, this heat is transferred into the system, then this heating process is which process? Then this heating process is which process? So this pressure cooker is assumed to be a rigid system. This pressure cooker is assumed to be a rigid system, a container whose boundary is fixed. This heating process will be an isochoric process. This heating process will be an isochoric process, which means constant volume process. If it is a constant volume process, then which type of system is this? ये कौन सा सिस्टम होगा? ये कौन सा सिस्टम होगा? Then you will have to say, जब ये वेसल आपके टैप के ऊपर रेस्ट कंडीशन में है, जब ये वेसल आपके कैप के ऊपर इस कवर के ऊपर रेस्ट कंडीशन में है, this system will be the closed system. When it will be moved up, it will become open system. It will become open system. If you are saying only that sir it is a closed system, वो तुम्हें बाहर निकाल देगा. You have to say, अगर ये इसके ऊपर बैठा है, it is a closed system. If it moves up, it will be an open system. It will be an open system. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes, sir. So this is an example of isochoric process. Now he will ask you, what is the example of isobaric process? I'm asking you, what is the example of isobaric process? Okay, now come here. What is the example of isobaric process? Isobaric process. Let us take an example of piston and cylinder arrangement. Piston and cylinder arrangement, and there will be gas inside the system. There will be gas inside the system. There will be gas inside the system. Let us assume the atmospheric pressure is PATM. The atmospheric pressure is PATM, and the weight of the working fluid is, weight of the piston is WWP, and the area of the cross sectional is A. So the pressure applied by the piston is WP divided by A. Now, this is the gas pressure which will be act in the upward direction. So this is the P gas. So at this condition, ध्यान से सुनिएगा, at this condition the pressure applied by the gas in the upward direction will be equals to the atmospheric pressure plus pressure applied by the piston weight. Pressure applied by the piston weight. Now, my dear, atmospheric pressure is constant, piston pressure is also constant. Now, what will you do? You will supply this heat to the system. When you supply this heat to the system, this piston will move in the upward direction because there will be an expansion. There will be an expansion. So this piston will move in which direction? So piston will move in the upward direction. Piston will move in the upward direction. When you are supplying this heat continuously, piston will move in upward direction with a constant velocity. When piston is moving in the upward direction at a constant velocity, then and only this process will be the constant pressure process. I will tell you why. I will tell you why. So when piston is moving, you have to tell this thing to the interviewer, is when piston is moving with constant velocity. In only this condition, this process will be the constant pressure process. Now I will tell you why. When something is moving with the constant velocity or there will be a uniform motion, then net force acting will be equals to zero. Net force acting will be equal to zero. So if piston is moving with the constant velocity, then net force acting on the net force acting on the piston will be equals to zero, which means force acting on the piston in the upward direction and force acting on the piston in the downward direction will be equals to zero. Now let us draw the free body diagram of the piston. This is the free body diagram of the piston. Okay, now this is the atmospheric pressure which is acting in the downward direction. This is the pressure of the piston which is acting in the downward direction, multiply with A. So this will be the force, multiply with A. This will be the force of the piston. This is the force of the atmosphere, and this is gaseous pressure Pg, multiply with A. This will be the force applied by the gas. So net force acting on the piston will be equals to zero. So which means force applied by the gas will be equals to force applied by the atmosphere plus force applied by the piston. So when Fa is constant, okay, when Fa is constant, because atmospheric pressure is constant, area is constant, so Fa is constant. If Fa is constant, Fp is constant, so this Fg will be also constant. अगर ये कांस्टेंट है, ये कांस्टेंट है, तो ये भी तो कांस्टेंट होगा ही. जब आपका Fg कांस्टेंट है, एरिया कांस्टेंट है, तो प्रेशर ऑफ द गैस इज कांस्टेंट. If pressure of the gas is constant, so this heat addition process will be constant pressure heat addition, and this will be happen only when the piston is moving with the constant velocity. The piston is moving with the constant velocity. Now come to the next question. The next question is, what are the different laws of the thermodynamics, और वो हमें किसका वैल्यू देते हैं, उनका बेसिस क्या है. So the first law is zeroth law. First law is zeroth law of thermodynamics. Second law is first law. Again, next one is second law, and again the last law is third law. All these law of the thermodynamics, देखिए zeroth law gives the value of the temperature. It is the basis of the temperature measurement. First law is the basis of the energy. or mainly which energy? Internal energy. Second law is basis of the entropy, and the third law is the basis of the absolute zero temperature. Absolute zero temperature किसका बेसिस है ये? एब्सोल्यूट जीरो टेम्परेचर का बेसिस है. नाउ ही विल आस्क यू, जो जीरो लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स है ये टेम्परेचर का मेजरमेंट करता है, तो इसमें जो टेम्परेचर का मेजरमेंट करता है वो कैसे किया जाता है? गिव मी द एग्जांपल ऑफ द जीरो लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स. देन यू हैव टू गिव ए सिंपल एग्जांपल दैट यू हैव ए थ्री बॉडीज. आपके पास तीन बॉडीज हैं. दिस इज द फर्स्ट, दिस इज द सेकंड, and this is the third body. This is the third body. Okay, now you don't have the connection between these two bodies, so I have an adiabatic wall between these two. I have an adiabatic wall between these two, so which means there is no interaction between this body and this body, and there will be an diathermic wall between these two. This is a diathermic wall. ये डायथर्मिक वॉल है, ठीक है. इट इज एन डायथर्मिक वॉल. It is an diathermic wall, and this red color one is adiabatic wall. Red color one is adiabatic wall. Now let us assume its temperature is 50 degrees Celsius and its temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Due to this temperature difference and diathermic wall, heat transfer will be takes place, and because of this, the temperature of the body A will be decrease and the temperature of the body B will increase. Let us assume after some time, this body will be reached to the 40 degrees Celsius, and this body will be also reaches 40 degrees Celsius. If both the body will be reaches at the same temperature, we can say body A and body B are in thermal equilibrium. Now let's forget about the body A. This is the body C. Now it is brought into the contact with the body B. Now when the contact will be takes place between the body C and the body B, let us assume इस body B का temperature change नहीं हुआ. Let us assume इस body B का temperature change नहीं हुआ. When it is possible? ये तभी possible होगा जब body C का temperature भी body B के temperature के equal हो. तो which means body C and body B will be also in thermal equilibrium. तो देखिए बॉडी ए का बॉडी बी से कनेक्शन, बॉडी सी का बॉडी डी से कनेक्शन नहीं, बॉडी बी से ही कनेक्शन, लेकिन बॉडी ए और बॉडी सी का आपस में कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. फिर भी बॉडी ए और बॉडी सी आपस में थर्मल इक्विलिब्रियम में होंगे. Is it clear? Now let us understand with this a very simple example. One second. Let us understand with a very simple example. Okay. Okay, so this is a man and he inserts a thermometer inside his mouth, inside its mouth. Now, inside the thermometer, there will be a thermometric fluid, that is the mercury. It is the mercury. It will be inside the thermometer. So, when a man put thermometer inside his mouth like this, so man and the glass of the thermometer will be in the contact, and due to their contact, they will be reached at the thermal equilibrium. The glass and the matter which is inside the thermometer will be in the contact. Due to this, they both will be right in the thermal equilibrium. But there will be no direct contact between the mercury or the thermometric working fluid which is inside the thermometer and the man. मेरे और mercury के बीच में कोई भी contact नहीं है, but still I am in the equilibrium with the thermometric fluid. That is known as a zero thermodynamics. Let us take an example. You are staying in Delhi. You are staying in Delhi. आप दिल्ली में हो. And this is a thermometer. In Delhi, temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Thermometer will be also says 40 degrees Celsius. You put this thermometer inside your pocket, okay, and you travel. You travel to, let us assume, you travel to Chandigarh. In Chandigarh also temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and your thermometer temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. So when you are Chandigarh, this thermometer will be in the thermal equilibrium with the Chandigarh's environment. When you are in the Delhi, this thermometer will be in the Delhi and it will be in the thermal equilibrium with the environment of the Delhi. So when it will be in the Delhi, it will be equilibrium in the Delhi. When it will be in the Chandigarh, it will be in the equilibrium with Chandigarh. So when it will be in the equilibrium with the Delhi, there will be direct contact between the thermometer and the Delhi. When it will be in the Chandigarh, so there will be direct contact between the Chandigarh's environment and this thermometer. But there is no contact between the Delhi and the Chandigarh. They are separate. But still they will be in the thermal equilibrium. But still they will be in the thermal equilibrium. So this is all about the thermal equilibrium. Now they will ask you draw the different processes on the PV diagram. Draw the different processes on the PV diagram. So you have to draw the different processes on the PV diagram. So how will you draw? कैसे draw करोगे? First you have to find out the slope of PV diagram. Okay, you should know the slope of PV diagram. So what is the slope of PV diagram? So slope of the PV diagram is dP upon dV is equals to minus k times of P by V. Minus k times of P by V, or we can say that k times of minus P by V. So it is a negative slope. The slope of PV diagram will be always negative. The slope of PV diagram will be always negative. So you have to draw different process. So this is the first process, second, third, and so on. So this process will be constant pressure process where the value of the slope is 0. This process is your constant temperature process where the slope is equals to minus P by V. This is PV n is equals to constant. This is PV gamma is equals to constant. This is volume is equals to constant. The slope of the constant volume process is infinite. So the K is infinite here. K is gamma here. K is n here. K is 1 here. And K is 0 here. So this slope is increasing in clockwise direction. So all these processes are for the expansion process. All these processes are for the expansion. In the expansion, volume is increases, pressure is decreases. Similarly, you can draw all these processes for the compression. So this is the first, second, and the third one. So this is constant pressure process, this is constant temperature process, this is PVN is equals to constant, this is PV gamma is equals to constant, this is volume is equals to constant. Same thing is happening here. In the clockwise direction slope is increasing. So you have to learn in which direction slope is increasing. In which direction slope is increasing. Now come to the next one. He will ask you about the throttling. He will ask you about the throttling. So what is throttling? Throttling is the flow of working fluid through a restricted passage. Restricted passage के through जो flow हो रहा है, that will be the throttling. That will be the throttling. वो throttling होता है. क्या होता है वो? Throttling होता है. Suppose let us take an example. Let us take an example. Let us take and you have to assume a room here. एक रूम है, उसमें बहुत छोटा सा दरवाजा है, and you are here. Number of guys are here. बहुत सारे लोग हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं. Now what they are going to do, they want to go out from this room. वो रूम से बाहर आना चाहते हैं. बहुत सारी भीड़ है, एक साथ आ गई, तो वो क्या करेंगे? ऐसे फंसते हुए बाहर निकलेंगे, एक दूसरे से सट के टच होते हुए बाहर निकलेंगे. When they will move out, there will be friction between the two molecules, and due to the friction the pressure will be decreases. There will be some energy loss. There will be some energy loss due to the friction. Friction is the cause of the irreversibility. Due to the friction, this throttling process will be the irreversible process. This throttling process will be the irreversible process, because when they are moving out, there will be friction occurring between these two molecules, and this friction is the main cause of the irreversibility. Friction is the main cause of the irreversibility. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. Now come to the next process. Sir, is there any other example of the throttling? Yes, there are some other examples of the throttling also. Flow through porous plug. Let us assume this is the porous plug. This is the porous plug. Porous plug is like the candles of water purifier. Porous plugs are like the candles of water purifier. When the working fluid is flow through the porous plug, when the working fluid will flow through this porous plug, it will flow such a very fast manner. It will flow. अरे यार, इस पोरस प्लग में बहुत छोटे छोटे पोर होंगे, तो रिस्ट्रिक्शन तो आया ही ना, रिस्ट्रिक्शन तो आया ही है ना. And due to the restriction, pressure will be decreases. But when the fluid will enter into this porous plug, suddenly it will be reaches to here, because speed is very high, velocity is very high, and it will have not sufficient time to transfer the heat. That's why throttling is an irreversible adiabatic process. Irreversible adiabatic process. So this is an example of porous plug, and this is an example of flow through restricted passage. Restricted passage or partially opened valve. Now come to the next question. So what is entropy? What is entropy? Sir, you will say, sir, entropy is the measurement of the disorderness at the molecular level. Molecular level. Then he will ask you, sir, what is delta Q divided by T? He will ask you, what is delta Q by T? Then what you have to say? You have to say, sir, for reversible process, this delta Q by T is change in entropy. Only for reversible process. Only for reversible process. This delta Q by T will be the change in entropy. This delta Q by T will be change in the entropy. Now he will ask you, for irreversible process what will happen? Sir, for irreversible process, this is not change in entropy. This is not change in entropy. For irreversible process, this change in entropy will be more than this delta Q by T. This is not change in entropy. This is change in entropy for the irreversible process. For irreversible process, this is the change in entropy, but it is not equals to delta Q by T. So that's why it is not change in entropy. For reversible process, this is change in entropy, which is equals to the delta Q by T. That's why for reversible process, this is the change in entropy. But for the irreversible process, this is not change in entropy. So change in entropy will not always equals to the delta Q by T. It will be valid only for the reversible process only. Now he will ask you, sir, how can you calculate the change in entropy? What are the TDS relations? What is the TDS relation? Then you will say, so TDS is equals to du plus PdV, and TDS is equals to dH minus of VdP. Then he will ask you, ये दोनों इक्वेशन किसके लिए वैलिड है? These two equations are valid for open system as well as closed system both. ये ओपन सिस्टम के लिए वैलिड भी है और ये क्लोज सिस्टम के लिए भी वैलिड है, एज वेल एज ये सभी प्रोसेस के लिए वैलिड है, चाहे वो रिवर्सिबल हो चाहे वो इरिवर्सिबल हो। ये किस तरीके से हम समझ सकते हैं? देखिए, ये किस तरीके से हम समझ सकते हैं, देखो, लेट अस ड्रॉ द टीएस डायग्राम। ये दो एंड स्टेट्स हैं। फॉर गिवन एंड स्टेट्स मैं इस एक पाथ से होते हुए जाता हूं, दिस इज द पाथ ए, दिस इज द पाथ बी। नाउ कम टू द here, suppose this is the 1, so entropy will be the S1, this is the entropy will be the S2. For path A, change in entropy is S2 minus S1. For path B, change in entropy is S2 minus S1. So change in entropy doesn't depend on the path for the given and conditions. For given and conditions, change in entropy doesn't depend on the path. वो path पर depend नहीं करता है। तो अगर मैं कहता हूं कि ये वाला पाथ मेरा रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस होगा और ये वाला पाथ मेरा इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस होगा, तो रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस और इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस दोनों के लिए चेंज इन एंट्रोपी सेम है। रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस और रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस दोनों के लिए चेंज इन एंट्रोपी सेम है। लेकिन सर आप यहाँ तो कह रहे थे कि सेम नहीं है। अरे यहाँ मैं ये कह रहा था कि डेल्टा क्यू बाई टी रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस के लिए चेंज इन एंट्रोपी के इक्वल होता है, बट डेल्टा क्यू बाई टी इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस के लिए चेंज इन एंट्रोपी के इक्वल नहीं होता है। चेंज इन एंट्रोपी इक्वल नहीं होता है। लेकिन फॉर रिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस एंड इरिवर्सिबल प्रोसेस, change in entropy for the given and condition will be equal। देख लो यहाँ पर, that's why entropy is a point function which is a property। entropy is a point function which is a property। तो क्या ये चीज क्लियर हुई आपके? तो आई होप ये सेशन आपने अच्छे से एंजॉय किया होगा और इसी तरीके से एक और सेशन में इसी वीक में लाने की कोशिश करूंगा। तो बने रहिएगा हमारे साथ और जो स्टूडेंट अनअकैडमी को ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं उनको मैं बता देता हूं कि अनअकैडमी को आपको कैसे ज्वाइन करना है। दे हैव टू डाउनलोड द अनअकैडमी लर्निंग ऐप। उसको अनअकैडमी लर्निंग ऐप डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा। आफ्टर डाउनलोडिंग द अनअकैडमी लर्निंग ऐप, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, you have to click on the get subscription. One second. You have to click on the get subscription. आपको get subscription पर क्लिक करना है। उसके बाद आपको मिनिमम 12 मंथ या फिर 24 मंथ का प्लान चूज करना है। दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू, तभी आपको जाके चीजें समझ में आएगी। एंड आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू यूज माय रेफरल कोड विशाल11 इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द 10% इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट। तो ये आपकी फीस में इतना डिडक्शन हो जाएगा। उसके बाद प्रोसीड टू पेमेंट पर आपको क्लिक करना है। और क्लिक करने के बाद आप ये फीस क्रेडिट कार्ड और डेबिट कार्ड के थ्रू पे कर सकते हैं, ईएमआई के थ्रू भी पे कर सकते हैं। तो जब आप ईएमआई के थ्रू पे करेंगे तो आपकी फीस हो जाएगी 1875। तो एज कंपेयर टू द अदर कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट ये काफी नेग्लेजिबल अमाउंट है पर मंथ के हिसाब से। अगर हम देखें तो फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द गेट एंड ईएससी you can connect with us on the Facebook channel as well as our Telegram group, and this is all about the today's session। तो ये मेरा सेशन फर्स्ट है। इस सेशन को अभी मैं यहीं होल्ड कर रहा हूँ। तो नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम इसी के आगे से कंटिन्यू करेंगे जिसमें हम और क्वेश्चंस को डील कर लेंगे। और मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे 3 बैच स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं, मिशन गेट एंड ईएससी, मिशन गेट एंड ईएससी 2021 and 2022। It will be completely in English. Mission Gate and ESC 2021-22 हिंदी एंड रैंक इम्प्रूवमेंट बैच आप इनको ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं ऑन द अनअकैडमी। और ज्वाइन करने के लिए आपको अनअकैडमी का सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना पड़ेगा। साथ ही मैं स्पेशल क्लासेस ले रहा हूँ, मेरी स्पेशल क्लासेस ले रही है अनअकैडमी पर। तो स्पेशल क्लासेस के लिए भी आपको अनअकैडमी का लर्निंग ऐप डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा। तो फ्री स्पेशल क्लासेस के लिए आप उस अनअकैडमी के लर्निंग ऐप को डाउनलोड कीजिए। और मेरा जो टेलीग्राम चैनल है दैट इज द मैक विशाल, उसको आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं, उसको भी आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं। अभी मैं फ्री स्पेशल क्लासेस में आपके गेट और इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज के लिए एप्टीट्यूड की क्लासेस ले रहा हूं। दैट इज द फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, डेली इसकी क्लासेस होती है। सेकंड है हम हमारी यूपीपीएससी एएन और बीपीएससी एएन के लिए हिंदी की क्लासेस चला रहे हैं। और थर्ड है मैं आपको फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स के एंड थर्मोडायनेमिक्स के थर्मोडायनेमिक्स के कंसेप्ट्स की क्लासेस मैं अनअकैडमी प्लेटफॉर्म पर ले रहा हूं। एंड दिस ऑल इनिशिएटिव्स आर द फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, जिसको आपको एडवांटेज उठाना चाहिए और अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ भी इन चीजों को शेयर करना चाहिए। ठीक है गाइस, क्लास को मैं यही होल्ड करता हूँ। स्टे होम, स्टे सेफ, बाय बाय, टेक केयर एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक।